far as the lack of riparian forest buffers.
Mm-hmm.
We know that a riparian forest buffer is the absolute best buffer because of the trees, the roots, the dead woody material, the high carbon content is good for overland flow of water that may have nitrogen in it. The high carbon content of this buffer will just neutralize that nitrogen, tie it up, and it won't get in that little stream over there. Fish habitat, terrestrial habitat, water quality, we have done it here. Now the timber people, you know, this isn't the best forest as far as timber goes, but as far as wildlife and water quality, we've achieved the goals here. So that, you know, this is really what we're looking for.
On my own personal CRIP area, my objective is water quality, but also timber, and so I'm spending the time that I can to do the corrective pruning such that I have at least a decent straight stem that could have potential value for future generations. But you can't expect trees planted on such a wide spacing to necessarily form really nice, valuable timber trees. You have to work at that. But they do provide all the other benefits, raggedy as they may be.
Will that be clear cut, or will that?
No, it shouldn't be.
It
shouldn't be.
Selective.
Yeah. You want to leave canopy cover.
Right.
You want to leave shade over the stream.
Staunton Foundation, and some of you are familiar faces, but we were started in 1971. A group of radical activists started the organization because Staunton had a plan, and it was based on urban renewal, and they were taking down large chunks of the downtown for urban renewal. And the next phase in urban renewal, how many of you are familiar with the watering can? Just if you were to dive all over this other side of these buildings, you've seen the watering can? Okay, so there's an underpass there, and there's an underpass on the other side of downtown, on the other side of all these buildings, only, what, 3 blocks away? Okay? And the great plan for Staunton was to bulldoze everything in between. Just take it all down, put in a 4-lane highway for prosperity. And that was the big plan. And then there was another engineering plan on top of that, is to take down just about every other block in the whole downtown area, close off Beverly Street for a downtown walking mall, and provide a whole lot of surface parking, a lot of asphalt, and that was going to be economic viability for the town. Thank goodness that never happened. The Historic Staunton Foundation rose up, helped stop a lot of this stuff. It's not just them, it's just a number of people got together, Department of Historic Resources, Concerned Citizens, every better blueprint, and this is what we have because of it. And we have a long way to go. But this is sustainable development. We did not eat up farmland. We did not cause sprawl. We did not impact too many rivers.
Just one.
But we're working to improve on that statistic. So there are great. It keeps a building, and it keeps that use in the infrastructure of the community, and that's important. We're reusing the infrastructure that's already here. Now, I'm waiting though. Now, the infrastructure, I think you have to look at it as a grand scale sort of concept, because a lot of times we say, well, you have existing power, existing sewer, existing utilities. We do, but I'm afraid we're going to have a hole poked in our theory there a little bit. We have an existing infrastructure, we have streets, all these things are here, and the town's laid out, okay? But we can't take it too far, because what I'm finding in the historic neighborhoods in Staunton is the sewers aren't any good anymore. The sewer wasn't any good downtown. That's why we did the big dig downtown. We had to tear up the downtown because the sewers had failed. The water lines had failed. They were over 100 years old. They had to be replaced. So while we're replacing them, they buried the power lines underneath. We have all new systems downtown, fiber optic loop, new sewers, new water. All of that's been done. That will hold us hopefully for the next 100 years. And I think that's sustainable. That's
agency, although many a time I consider it recreation too. Years ago, probably on the order of 15 or more years ago when I was with the Virginia Department of Forestry, Bobby was involved. I don't know if you probably were not, but the formation of a Green Lab committee here at Bessie Weller Elementary School. Teachers and some folks like myself and Bobby and game department folks were interested in what could we do to create a Green Lab here at Bessie Weller in a patch of woods behind the school, and it got done. A little trail through the woods, and it's a little educational center for the children. And as a county forester, what could be better than to take the kids for a walk in the woods and talk about the trees? There was a stream back there, a branch of Asylum Creek. We could talk about the aquatic life. So it was a great Green Lab. There's an ethic at the school at Bessie Weller that I really enjoyed as a parent of students. The principal at that time was really, hey guys, if it makes any bit of sense to me, go for it and have fun. He really supported our efforts through the Green Lab, Jim Kivligan. And that spirit has followed Jim through his successors, and here's his latest successor, Chris Bryant, the brand spanking new principal, first year here at Bessie Weller.